Cuba is in a 9-day period of mourning right now for Fidel Castro. Castro dominated Cuban life for decades. In many ways, he was an oppressive dictator. When he first took power in 1959, hundreds of members of the previous regime were summarily shot by firing squad on camera. He also closed independent newspapers, accusing them of bias, and sent priests and homosexuals to labor camps for, quote, re-education. And yet in his country, he still has many admirers as a champion of the poor. Elaine Quijano joins me now. She's on the phone from Havana, Cuba. Elaine, thanks so much for joining us. What's the mood in Havana today? I'm curious. And how is Cuba marking Fidel Castro's passing? It seems like there's been a large group of people gathering today.
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely a period of mourning here. You can feel it on the streets of Havana. We just returned from La Plaza de la Revolucion, where there are thousands of people in and around Revolution Square, people both waiting in line and people who have actually gotten into the plaza itself to pay their respects to Fidel Castro. Now, some of the folks that we saw were young people, students from the nearby University of Havana, who were holding signs that read, Hasta siempre comandante, which is essentially forever commander, which is how they refer to Fidel Castro here. Other students that we saw were chanting forever Fidel. One young woman that I saw, she appeared to be in her 20s, had a phrase written on her cheek in Spanish, Yo soy Fidel, I am Fidel. A very subdued crowd here, but obviously wanting to show respect. People here were watched by police officers, interestingly, smoking Cuban cigars. They were keeping a very close eye on things. We also saw Cuban Army personnel in line, also patrolling the area, wearing their easily recognizable green Army uniforms. And then towards the end of the line, we had a chance to talk to some folks there. They told us it was about a 2-hour wait, upwards of that. But the folks that we spoke with did not seem to mind at all. They felt like it was very important for them to come in person, to be part of this collective period of national mourning. And they said they're willing to wait for as long as it takes to make their way into Revolution Square to pay their respects.